Hello guys, welcome once again. This is KFXGH, and in today's video we are going to talk about trend lines. We are going to look at how to use trend lines in your trading. Okay, so stay tuned guys. So first of all, what do we mean by trend lines? What is trend lines? Day in day out you hear traders using that term, trend lines. Probably you don't know what trend lines are. As a trader, you need to know how to identify trends for you to trade well. Okay, whether you are using indicators, whether you are a naked trader, you use your naked eyes, it doesn't matter. You still need trend lines to be able to mark up your charts and then know the direction in which you are supposed to trade. Okay, you don't trade against the market, you don't move against the market, you always move with the market. So in order for you to trade and move with the market, you have to identify your trend lines and move with the trend. Okay, so how many types of trend or trend lines do we have? There are three basic trend lines we use in trading. The first one is upwards trend, which is bullish trend. That is when the market is going up. And then the second one is bearish trend or downwards trend. That is when the market or price is going down. And then the third one, we always refer to that one as consolidation. Okay, we always refer to that one as consolidation. So without wasting much time, let us look at what we mean by upwards trend, downwards trend, and then consolidation. And then we'll take a look at how to use them to trade, or how to put them in our trading, in order for us to trade successfully. Okay, so without wasting much time, let's draw a chart here. You can see this whiteboard, so I'm going to draw a chart here, and then we identify the trend lines, the upwards and then the downwards trend, and then the consolidation. Okay, yeah. So first of all, let's look at how price moves, or how the chart looks like. Okay, so when you open your MT4, you are going to see something like this. Okay, this is how price moves. You're going to see something like this. Yeah. Okay, so this is what you are going to see on your MT4 or MT5 when you open your trade and you want to start trading. Okay, this is how price moves. So when you open your MT4, what you are supposed to do is you have to identify a trend in order for you to trade within the trend. Okay, so let's draw our trend lines. So let's start from the beginning. Okay, so let's put a line here, and let's put another line here. Okay, so when you open your chart and you see something like this, moving in a zigzag form, all you have to do is draw lines and make sure the lines are touching the chart or price. Okay, make sure they are all touching. Okay, so let's say we've identified a trend here. So what you have to do now is ask yourself this question: is this a downwards trend, or this is an upwards trend? Okay, is this a downwards trend, or is an upwards trend, or is this a consolidation form or phase? Okay, so right now, as we all can see, this is a downwards trend. Why do we say it's a downwards trend? Because if you start from here, after drawing our lines, if you start, you see that price is actually moving down, but it is moving inside this particular box that we've drawn. Okay, so as a trader, what you have to do is trade within these zones, okay, which is the trend lines. After drawing your trend lines, you trade inside. Or most of traders, they don't also trade in this zone, but they just wait for a breakout of the trend line or the zone before they trade. Okay, so let's look at this example here. So let's say price, let's say right now this is price at the moment. Okay, let's draw our trend line. We draw to touch all the angles. Okay, so this is where price has got into at the moment, this particular point. So as a trader, what you have to do, okay, or what you should ask yourself is this a downward trend or an upward trend? And with this, you can see it's a downward trend because it is moving down. Okay, so what you have to do here at this particular moment is you go for a sell here. Why do you go for a sell? Because as price has got into this angle, it is not going to move like upwards. If it moves upwards, that means it has broken the trend line. Okay, so what you are going to do if you want to trade inside or within the trend is you go for a sell at this particular place. So let's say at this point, let's say you open your MT4 and then at this point marked green, this green line, this green dot here, this is where price had gotten to when you open your chart. So what you have to do is you enter a sell. When you enter a sell, you just wait for price to move down to the trend line down here. Okay, let me continue, let me extend the trend line for you to get it well. So let's say the trend line is extended. Okay, so let's say you enter a sell here at the green dots here and you wait for price to move down to this place and you take your profits because price is moving in this zone. Okay, so you enter here at the same time. Let's say you open your chart and you saw price here, price was here, you enter a sell, you wait, it gets to this place, you take your profit. Okay, you don't buy in a downward trend. Listen to this attentively. You don't buy in a downward trend. Why? Because we assume price is moving down. Okay, price is moving down, so you don't buy. So for instance, let's look at this. Let's say you open your MT4 and price was somewhere here. Okay, somewhere here. Even though it is in a trend line or it is in this zone, you don't buy. Okay, you always sell in a downward trend. When the trend is a downward trend, you always sell, and when it is an upward trend, you always buy. Okay, so you don't take trades, you don't take buy trades in this particular trend. You only take sell trades from top to down, from top to down, from top to down. That is what you have to do. Okay, so let's continue from this side. So let's say price came down here and then it broke. Okay, and then came back here and then started doing something like this. Okay, this is how price moves. Started doing something like this and now it got here. Okay, so now let's identify another trend line here. Okay, let's identify another trend line. So you see this, you just draw your lines, make sure your line is touching the angles. Okay, your line is touching the angles, so it's touching the angles. Okay, so let's say you open your MT4 or MT5 and you saw price here, price has gotten to this level. Okay, what you have to do is ask yourself, is this an upward trend or is a downward trend? This is an upward trend. Why? Because the trend is moving up. Okay, price is moving from this angle and gradually it is going up. So what you do here, you don't sell, you never sell. Put this in your head, never sell in an upward trend. Always buy, always buy. Okay, so at this point where I've marked green here, you enter a buy. Okay, you enter a buy and hopefully price is going to move from down to the top here. Then you take your profit. As soon as it touches your top line, you take your profit. So when you are using trend lines to trade, you have a specific place where you put your stop loss and you have a specific place where you put your take profits. Okay, so let's say you enter the buy here, so I'm going to tell you where to put your stop loss and where to put your take profits. So your stop loss will be somewhere here. You put your stop loss below the line. Okay, so this is your stop loss. So let's say you enter your buy here at the green point and it didn't go up, but then it came down. As soon as it comes down and then crosses this red line here, this red line here and touches this point, you know that it has violated the upwards trend rule. Okay, so you are no more in an like in this particular zone. You are no more, because it has broken up, like it has come out of the trend line. Okay, so you don't sell. That's why we don't sell here, we always buy. So when you buy, you put your stop loss here, and your take profit should be at the top trend line. So this place should be your take profit. This point should be your take profit. Okay, so you enter here, you take your profit here, and your stop loss is below the line. Okay, so right now, this is the first one we looked at, is a downwards trend. So this one is downwards trend, and then this one is upwards. Okay, this one is upwards. So right now we know what a downwards trend is, we know what an upwards trend is. So right now we have to take a look at consolidation. Okay, so let's continue from where price has gotten to. So let's say price continued, came down, it broke, retest, came down again, and then price started doing something like this. Okay, price started doing something like this. So when you see price doing this is neither an upwards trend nor a downwards trend. Okay, because it's not moving up and it's not moving down, it's just moving in a straight direction. Okay, so what you have to do is you draw your lines, which is your trend lines. So you draw one here to touch the angles, you draw another one down here to touch them. Okay, so let's say you saw price here. Mostly, listen to this carefully, mostly in consolidation or in a consolidation state, I don't usually take trades. I don't know about other traders do take, because you know we all have our individual strategies that we use in trading. Okay, so probably this is somebody's or someone's perfect strategic point or a time for him to trade. Okay, but I don't trade in consolidation states. Okay, so what you have to do when you see something like this, it is consolidating, it is neither an upwards trend or downwards trend, So what you have to do is you have to wait for a breakout. When we say breakout, we mean it has broken out of our trend lines. Okay, so let's continue and see what breakouts are. So you wait for something like this. Hold on. You wait for some, let's say it went up, bounced back again, and then it did this. Okay, you wait for a breakout. So this point here, at this place, at this point, this is a breakout. Okay, because it has broken out. So what you have to do is you have to wait for a retest of the line. Okay, a retest of the line. So like this. Like this. Oh, sorry. Like this, broke out, and then let me continue. Let me extend the trend lines. Okay, let me extend the down one, and let me extend the top one too. So let's say it broke out, and then did whatever it wanted to do here, and then comes back up again. So at this point, okay, at this point, this side here, we call this retest. Okay, that is where you are supposed to enter your trade. That is a confirmation for you to enter a sell. So what you have to do when you see this, you wait for a breakout and then a retest. And after the retest, if you see wicks forming, you should wait for wicks to form here. If you see wicks forming, that gives you a confirmation for you to sell. Okay, so you put your sell here. Your stop loss should be somewhere here. Let me draw a line to show you the stop loss. Your stop loss should be somewhere here, and your take profits should be down somewhere here. Okay, you put your take profits and then you enter your trade. So let's say it broke up. Let's say it was an upwards break. Okay, so let's look at this. Let's look at this. So let's say it went up, got here, and then it broke this line. What you have to do is you wait for a retest. Let me extend the trend lines. So what you have to do is you wait for a retest of the trend line, and then you go for a buy. Okay, you go for a buy. So this right here, this point right here is a retest of the trend line. So it broke out, came back to retest, and price always does this. 80% price is always doing this. Okay, so it will break out, it will come back to retest that same line, and then it will start moving in the opposite direction. So you enter your buy here, your stop loss should be somewhere here, somewhere down here, and your take profit should be up here. Okay, that is where you put your take profit. So that is that, guys. We have an upward trend, we have downward trend, and this is consolidation. This is consolidation. Okay, consolidation. This is consolidation. Yes. So you use these three, trends: downward trend, upward trend, and then consolidation to trade. In our next video, I'm going to talk about how to use downward trend, upward trend, consolidation trend, or let's say consolidation, and then you add up something else. It could either be an indicator. As a trader, you don't only look at these and then enter your trades. We have something we call confluence. Confluence is simply adding two or more steps or strategies, combining them together to give you a clear confirmation of a buy or a sell, okay, for you to enter the market. So let's say you are using trend lines. So the trend line gives you a confirmation of, let's say, a sell. Then you go to your other strategy. It could be an indicator. Okay, you check your indicator to see whether the indicator is also telling you that it's a sell. Then after that, you check a third option to also see whether that one is also telling you a sell. Okay, so if the three are all telling you that that particular time you have to sell, then that means your sell is solid. Like, you have to go in for the sell at that particular time. Okay, that is what we call confluence, using two or three or more options for you to be able to tell whether it's a sell or a buy. So guys, click on the like button, make sure you subscribe to this channel, and then you wait for the next video, which I'll upload maybe tomorrow. Yeah, okay, so have a good day, guys. See you.